Okay, welcome back to Private Label Rights. This is Aaron, your host. Hopefully, you guys are all having a wonderful week. One of my last videos got like 250 views in the first 24 hours. That was very exciting. So, it has inspired me to share even more things that you can do on Etsy to help yourself be successful. So, here we go. So with me, why something works is a big deal. So when I explain things, I like to start with the purpose and kind of the thought process behind doing a thing. Because I think that brings value. And in business, what you need to know if you're in business is why things work. And then you can actually put those principles to work in your business and understand, up or down, this is the reason why we're doing certain things. So, if you have been in sales for any length of time, you know what a lost leader is. So, a lost leader is basically something that is going to bring somebody into your shop. And, I did car sales for a very, very long time, and the purpose of having that crazy discount on the one car was to get people in the door, and then you might sell them that vehicle, or you might switch them to something with a little bit more equipment. Off and away you go. What you want to do is you want to generate traffic. So we're going to talk about traffic for a second. If you own a website, if you own a brick and mortar store, it doesn't matter. Traffic is the lifeblood of your business. So a lot of the things that I'm going to share with you aren't necessarily going to be, just how to design or how to put up listings, which I've already covered in some of my videos. Actually, I have a video that's coming. I'm probably going to do it in the next couple days about how to design using my junk journal pages. And my wife and I have already started doing some of the design, and it's turning out really, really cool, and it's been a lot of fun. So I'll be sharing that with you in the future here too. Um, so let's get back to what the purpose of this video is. So if you look at these stats here, okay, what I've done is I've separated. This is my Etsy ads, okay, and I do spend money on ads, and I don't always make all that money back up front, but I do make it back over time. So again, one thing that you have to know is what is the lifetime expectation profit wise from a single customer. So if you bring somebody into your store, you add them onto your mail list, and again, I'm going to reiterate this every single video that I make. Your Etsy shop is not your business. Your listings are not your business. Your business is your email list. And I'm going to add my Aweber link at the bottom of every video that I do from now on, because it doesn't matter if you sell on Etsy. And of course, the kind of the cool thing is this channel is going to kind of become a crossover, not just for Etsy or for private label rights. It's kind of selling in general, and saying a lot of the tips that I do will be on Etsy. Some will just apply to business. So if you look at these numbers here, let's say that the lifetime value of my customer is $50, right? So if I've paid over the last 30 days, I've paid $1,500 in Etsy ads. I've had 1,222 in revenue. Well, the cool thing is Etsy takes your Etsy ad spend right out of your revenue anyway. So my negative difference here is $300, but that generated me 165 orders. That's not necessarily singular items that have sold, because many of those people buy multiple things. But it did add 165 people to my email list over the last 30 days. So that 165 people, if you multiplied that times 50, which is the lifetime value of one of those customers, it's significantly more than what I have paid to acquire those customers. And that is a concept that you have to embrace. You have to understand it. If you just put up listings and people come to your shop and they buy your products, if you're profitable, God bless you. You're doing a wonderful job. And different products have different possibilities as far as profit goes. But what I do with coloring books and with the junk journal pages, the profit margin is very, very slim. So we have to find a way to multiply that profit. And the way that we do that is with your email list. So if you haven't started an email list, click the link below, join Aweber. It's my favorite. I've used them literally for 20 years. And you can actually get started for free. And I think you get your first 100 or 200 subscribers, on your list. You don't have to pay anything, and then after that, you go into a subscription. And the most expensive subscription is like $29 a month. And my plan is to have 10,000 people on that list, so I started paying the $29 right away. Now, if you do click the link in my description and you sign up, if you ever pay anything to Aweber, they will pay me a finder's fee for bringing you to them. But legally, I have to tell you that. So, okay, so let's get into numbers here. So, my Forest Villages, this is actually one of my bestsellers. It's only 44 pages, and so the price on that is pretty low anyway. It's had 18,503 views. Now, that's for a couple reasons. Number one, it was a bestseller for a while, so that gets you up there in the ranks. The way that you get a bestseller is you have to sell a lot of them. So, and that circles back to velocity. So, I've been kind of putting that discussion off for a while. So, velocity is how fast your item sells, right? So velocity not only makes you money, but it also makes Etsy money. So when you look at your tags for SEO, you look at your title, you look at your description, Etsy says, okay, these are the words that are in common across all three of those things. So we're going to push this out to these people based on these keywords. That's great. If it doesn't sell, then your traffic is going to not be very impressive, right? Because Etsy views that as maybe it's not a perfect fit. So if it sells, then Etsy will push you higher in the rankings. Now, rankings are great. I love rankings. I don't chase rankings. What I do chase is sales. So these are my Etsy ad stats. So on Forest Villages, I have had 18,000 views, 18,500 views, 359 clicks, which is a 1.9% conversion. Now, that would have been more, and actually it was more when I dropped the price on it and I used it as a loss leader. Well, I've just set that up again today, so now it's a loss leader again for me. But let's look at this. So 359 clicks, and I got 18 orders. So that's 18 people that added to my list. So if we take 18 and we divide that by 359, then you get 5%. So that means of all the people that land on that page, I have a 5% conversion rate, which I'm happy with that. Typical conversion rate in this store over the last 12 months has been 3.3%. So to have a 5% conversion rate, that's fantastic. And now that I've dropped the price back down again, that should increase that too. And my point is selling this product has not been profitable for me on the front end. But on the back end, it's been very profitable because of the lifetime value of a customer to me. So if I pay, like in this case, $60 for 18 people, just real quick math, that's $3.33 per person that I've paid Etsy basically to capture these people and add them to my list. So the good news there is yeah, that's not particularly cheap, but I do have back end offers that I do, and we'll touch on that real quick. I'm going to go into more information on email later on, but to get this person on my list is ultimately my goal. So this is what I did today. Is I took all of these top three, actually not this one, because that's a bundle. So the bundles make me money outside of Etsy ads. That's part of my $50 per customer lifetime value idea. So I lowered the price on Forest Villages. This is my Gothic Fairies, my Yellow Junk Journals. This is my Amazing Patterns. That one's been a previous bestseller. And Nostalgia. I really like that one too. So I have five lost leaders running in my store right this very second. These have gotten more clicks than anything else in my store over the last 30 days. So if that continues, now these people are going to see the new price, which is $1.27, and then whatever the daily special is, because I showed you in the last video how to set up a sale every single day. So that gives you, when somebody comes to that listing, it says, on sale for 3 more hours, right? It creates a sense of urgency. So now we have these lost leaders that are going to bring more people into our sales funnel. And, you know, so if you know anything about sales funnels, some people will teach a sales funnel like you're going to put people in the top, and then they're going to, so many of those people are going to come out the bottom and buy, more stuff. Well, I see the sales funnel more as like a tiered type of a program. Yeah, I'm going to put people in the top, and people are going to fall out the sides, but as they fall out the sides, I want them to buy something on their way out. So the way that I have so this is my Aweber dashboard. That's my sales that have come through Etsy in the last 30 days. Or no, I'm sorry. There's the last 30 days. These are my subscribers. Now this is my main list, and we're going to go over here to automation, and we're going to look at this first email. Okay, so I've paid, we'll say $1.50 or $2 to get you into my sales funnel. You bought one of my lost leaders. Now you come here, and I've had people that have struggled to download my items out of Canva. So I put this video together. This is the first video that actually went onto my YouTube channel, and it just shows how to get into Canva, how to download the product, and and then you can go and use it on your own. Now, here, if you've received this email, I know one of two things about you. Either you're a colorist, because we sell coloring pages. We've also just expanded to junk journal pages, and we're having a lot of fun with that too. But either you're a colorist and you want a great coloring experience, or you have bought this listing to have private label rights to the images, and you're going to resell the images for yourself. So what I'm doing here is I'm branching you into kind of like two different lists, right? So if you're a colorist, fantastic. Now I want to sell you something else right away. So if you bought something from me for 75 cents and we've had a good transaction, well, here, this is what I'm going to do for you. So right now you can get 70% off in my Etsy store if you buy 10 or more items right now. So if my average cost of an item is $3, $10 would be, or 10 items would be $30, and then 70% off of that. So you're getting 10 items for basically about the same price as what you did the lost leader, except I didn't have to pay for Etsy ads. And the transaction cost to Etsy is going to be about 10%. So if you spend another $9 right away, and I pay, say, $1 in transaction fees, well, that's $8 that I made right away, right? So that's number one. This is a test, and I do encourage you to do this. So this offer isn't just for you, so don't keep it a secret. You're welcome to share it with your friends on Facebook, Twitter, or anywhere else that you think that your friends or family can get the same deal. All they have to do is type 10 for 10 at checkout, and they get the same deal. So hopefully a little bit of viral action there. And of course, I've seen a little bit from that. When I see a 10 for 10 come in and they're not a previous buyer, that means that somebody else has shared that deal with somebody that they know, and they've come back to my shop. So more free traffic, more lifetime value. That's very exciting. Okay, now if you're here to resell my products, okay, here's your upsell. So when you buy the whole shop bundle, you also get added to the super secret list. And some of you have been through that, some of you haven't. But I have that link at the bottom of the video too. It's the very first link in there. When you buy my whole shop coloring, my whole coloring side bundle, then you also get onto my super secret list, and in that list you learn how to do this. So you learn how to start your new shop, how to use my listings to build your own listings. So you're going to take my listings, you're going to break them down into smaller sizes, and you can resell those in your own store. How to do the keyword research to figure out who you're targeting, how to design. I actually get into the design of the listing cover and how to make a video, how to build your description using your keywords, and then how to keep selling to your existing customers, which is exactly what we're talking about right now. So I want to get people on my list so that I can break them down into either of those two sections. Are you here for a final product and you're going to color that final product, or are you here to use the private label rights? And then you get to use these concepts to be even more successful. So that kind of breaks down. So my very first email, what I want to do is I want to multiply that profit that I make on the very first email, and hopefully this starts to build that relationship a little bit with the consumer. So I want you to do the same thing in your shop too. You're going to have, say, 50 listings plus a whole shop bundle. So anybody that buys your listings, you always want to invite them back to buy your whole shop bundle, and realize that piece of profit. Um, Offer a discount code right off the bat, so that they can come right back and make another purchase, because the best time to sell something is right after you sold something. So hopefully that kind of helps put into perspective how to use a loss leader in your shop in order to actually be profitable. Because some people will think, okay, well, if I do a loss leader and they come to my store, maybe they'll buy something else, maybe they'll buy multiple things, and maybe they will, but maybe they won't. And if they won't, then we definitely want to capitalize on the traffic, turn them into a long time buyer from us by adding them to your email list. And I cannot stress that enough. Etsy's not your business. Your listings are not your business. Coloring pages or junk journals are not your business. Your email list is your business. Okay, so with that, I'm gonna go ahead and let you go, and I will see you guys next week. I have some very exciting things. Actually designing junk journal kits inside of Canva. We've actually done quite a bit of design already. I'm going to kind of start from scratch and walk you guys through that in another video. This is kind of your introduction to the list building, and getting that. It's kind of like a one-time offer, right? Since you just bought you just bought something small from us, here's something else that you can buy that has enormous value, and they call that a one-time offer. How to take advantage of that, and then we'll go more into detail in the future about how to continue building that relationship with your current customers so that we can be even more successful. So thanks for sticking around to the end. Congratulations on being on this journey with me. It's been very exciting. I love talking to you guys. If you have any comments or questions in the about this, you can go ahead and leave it in the comments. I did get a question of if I do shop reviews. I hadn't really thought about that, but if you'd like me to review your shop, I would love to. So since you stayed till the end, this is what I want you to do. If you want me to review your shop, I want you to leave a link to your shop in the comments. And that'll do something for both of us. Number one, what it'll do for you is it'll allow other people to see your shop, and maybe we can get their comments too, because that would be wonderful. And I will also take a look at your shop and see, give you my opinion on it as well. So you get a little bit of extra traffic, get a little bit of extra feedback, which can obviously help all of us. So very good, fantastic. Well, thanks for spending a little bit of time with me today, and I will see you in the next couple days with more exciting information. Have a great one.